Anthony, Otto, good morning.
Hi, Jeff.
Now, Anthony, does my name sound familiar to you at all?
Uh, Enlighten me.
14 years ago, I'm the critic who was quoted on the DVD cover for Stormbreaker.
That is amazing, Jeff. Well, I'm so happy to be talking to you 14 years later.
I know.
And forgive me for not remembering. I have
No,
a difficulty remembering last week, let alone 14 years ago.
Who remembers quotes on DVD covers, right? But I was proud to be on Stormbreaker, so I was real happy
It's
about
lovely
that.
that you're still with the Alex Rider family all these years later. Thank you.
You're welcome. But Anthony, it's been 20 years since the first book. This reboot of Alex Rider has had a more mature and stylish look because I think audiences are more sophisticated now. You're executive producer. You were determined to get Alex Rider right this time, weren't you?
I didn't think we got it completely wrong last time, to be honest with you, Jeff, although I have to be honest and say that this version is exactly the version that I really wanted to see. Edgier, a little bit darker, a little bit more grown up, and a little bit more serious. So still with all the same things that will appeal to, the cast of new young people who are coming to the books for the first time or who loved the books when they were young, but a much, much older and wiser perspective on it. I'm very happy with what they've done.
And Otto, journey to become Alex Rider, how did you get noticed? Like Alex, you became transformed because there was like over 600 potential Alex Riders that auditioned.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a grueling audition process. It went over the space of about 3 months from when I did my first audition tape to my final audition. And the final audition was 20 boys in a room, and they paired us off and tried out different combinations of Alex and Tom, and as well as Jax as well. So it was grueling. And then throughout that day, they sort of kicked people away. So you'd go into the audition room and come out and there'd be less people. And you think, where did everyone go? And it's because they sent them home. And so eventually it got down to 3 of us and then 2 of us. And by that point, you're so close, but you do not want to even think that it might happen, because if it doesn't, it's going to hurt so much. But thankfully, I got the role and haven't looked back.
And Anthony, were there any particular moments in the books that you were eager to see to come to life in the TV series?
I said they weren't allowed to adapt Point Blank unless they did the snowboard chase. And I wanted it done with full production values, and I wanted ice motorbikes with machine guns, and I got all that as well. But actually, the thing that was the most important to me was they got the character right, that Alex should be Alex, and that I had my 2 hats on. One was the EP executive producer hat, but always also the author.
Well, Otto, I hear you have a great story about shooting on your first day in Romania. That was the snowboarding scene.
Yeah, so we did. We shot in Romania first of all, which comes later on in the series. It's episode 6, 7, and 8, I believe, or the exteriors. So it was thrown in the deep end. Like we were up on the mountain, and there was times when I was in a helicopter flying around the mountain with the scenic views and everything, and I had a stunt double who was Billy Morgan, who's a British bronze Olympic bronze medalist, who was for snowboarding, who was doing all the snowboarding for me. So I did a little bit, but it was good. It was good fun to be out there.
Well, Anthony, you're executive producer now, so you got to protect your star. You got to protect Otto. Were there any stunts that you wouldn't let him do? And Otto, you can answer this too, saying, "Look, I can do this."
Well, I have to say that Otto was a very physical actor, and he did a great deal of stuff himself. I mean, he climbed up the school building in the very first episode. He's actually doing that, and he did do a little bit of the stuff on the snowboard. But it's Jeff, I need to tell you, he was too valuable. We couldn't break any legs, break any arms, or anything of that sort. We had to stop him from doing as much as he'd have liked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gentlemen, welcome to America. The show is so exciting. I enjoyed it immensely, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you very much.
I hope so. Thanks again, Jeff.
Brenock, Ronke, hello from Las Vegas.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Las Vegas.
I know. Welcome. Welcome to America. What took you guys so long to get here?
Go on.
You're so polite. Ronke, you first. What took you so long to get Alex Rider to America?
Well, Jack is from America, so I say it's all their fault. To be honest.
I don't know if you know, there's been a little pandemic on, which sort of put a halt on certain plans, but we're here now, and that's all that matters. We're here, and the show
is all that matters.
Absolutely. Brenock, how was Tom at giving dating advice to Alex Rider?
How is it? He's bad at giving dating advice, and there was no acting required there. It was a lot of fun going back into that sort of 16-year-old kid mindset of just complete fear when talking to anyone you're attracted to, or just anyone that you have any interest in. Just the paralyzing fear of that was great to go back into, and it was a lot of fun for me and Otto and everyone else involved in the school scenes to sort of retreat into that teenage shame a little bit. It was great.
When it's not happening to you, it's so easy to give advice, right?
Oh, absolutely. And when it's written down, I'm like, oh, I wish I was just going to say when I was 16.
And Ronke, Alex is an emotionally unstable teenager, but his best friends keep him grounded. You play like the big sister role.
I do. I think it's a good place to, still bully him, but also give him a lot of love. It's a fun part to play.
And Brenock, Tom never goes anywhere without that beanie, I noticed. Is that like some sort of superstition?
No, it was based off a kid in my school who I never saw without his hat on. And I remember just thinking of ways to make Tom stand out a little bit more. And I went, oh, I could take that, because it was always that one kid that was just always had a hat on. And I always found it so interesting. So I just nicked it. Just steal from real life. That's all you can do.
And Ronke, I hear that you all bonded at the auditions.
Yeah, we did. I think we had this one long day with lots of people, and it was kind of like X Factory, like, you kind of get eliminated along the day. So by the end of the day, when we finally were with each other, me, Otto, and Brenock, it was just kind of like, relax. It was comfortable. Dare I say easy.
And and Brenock, one of the weirdest moments, I think, in the series, Tom.
Oh, I've lost you.
Oh no.
Things Spider-Man. There you are. You're back.
Oh, he's back.
There we go.
You froze. We all. I everything looked great to me.
Oh no.
So, am I okay? You see me?
Yeah, go on. I didn't hear your question. Sorry. Hit me again.
Okay, cool. Okay. I think one of the weirdest moments in the series is when Tom thinks Spider-Man should have 8 legs.
I'm just saying it's a logical thing. He cannot be a Spider-Man without 8 legs. That's just a man with some spider abilities. Let's be honest.
And Ronke, Anthony Horowitz said that you 3 are the perfect team. So he saw something in all 3 of you.
Yeah, I know. That's such a nice thing to say. I mean, I see it in both of them. So hopefully I've got the same juice. But it's great. It's great working with them.
And tell me about meeting Anthony Horowitz for the first time. Brenock, what was he like?
Well, the first time I met Anthony was in the audition at the chemistry reads, and it wasn't like a formal meeting. It was walking into a room of people that are auditioning you, and no matter how comfortable you feel in an audition, it will always feel a bit like you're being judged on whether you can do what you're there to do. So it was intense. It was strange, but we all landed the gig, and I went for lunch with him and Otto, and it was just a real like pinch me moment when I was sat down with one of my childhood favorite authors, just discussing where I thought his character should go next. And that was a real like element of trust that was instilled from day one of it wasn't just this creation that we were walking into. It was a let's build it together. And I hope that continues.
Well, Ronke, Brenock, thank you so much for talking to me today. I'm so happy that Alex Rider is finally here in the States, because it's just fantastic. And best of luck to both of you, and we'll talk again soon.
Thanks very much, Jeffrey.
Thanks, Jeffrey.